It's been a while since I've done this. Yes, I believe and believe. You know it. Where do I begin? I'm not going to begin with football today. I kind of want to just explain, hey, I started making videos again in January, and then I stopped, and my audience, which I tell you what, a few hundred people watching your videos, is really cool. So I don't take that for granted, actually. And I appreciate my brother sending people my way to listen, because I do really enjoy it, and it's something I want to just do, you know. But I had a stroke December 30th, and I actually started making videos because of the stroke, funny enough. So it wasn't that I started making videos and then had a stroke. It was basically, obviously I was off work for a few weeks, started making videos, had the energy to do so, and then went back to work, been working, family life and everything, and it's just been too much. Just in the evenings, I'm very depleted. I'm getting better, slowly but surely, and it's definitely a process, and seems to always be consistently 2 steps forwards, 1 step back. There's something new, whether that be a new sensation, new problem. I'm very lucky. Obviously, I was able to walk right away. Some people have to relearn to walk. Obviously, some people are having much worse than that. So I did, I did stop making videos. I just didn't have it quite in me, with working as well. Some days are better than others, and that's the case as of, today. Today seems like hey, it's kind of like that kind of range of smiley faces. I'm probably at a medium today. But I didn't want to share it originally, and then I thought to myself, well, hang on, I think it's, even though I'm relatively private, I just think it's good to hear what a stroke is and what happened to me, in case that happens to someone else. So the kind of what we use, the acronym is BEFAST, right? Balance of coordination. If that goes, mine went. Eyesight. My eyesight wasn't massively impacted, to be honest with you. Facial drooping. My wife told me my face was drooping a little bit. And then what would be fast? Face, arms. See, I'm struggling. Arms, yeah, my right arm went, and I'll explain that. Speech, I couldn't say early bird catches the worm. And then time, it's time to get to, to call 911. Fortunately, my wife's a 911 dispatcher. She was able to kind of, examine me. She took me straight to the ER. And that they were great with me. They got me straight in. They got me on a CT. They pumped me full of stuff and, aspirin and, it kind of passed through, obviously leaving its damage like it does. That is, the BEFAST. My leg and arm went. I couldn't pick up my phone. It was extremely just scary at the time. I played soccer. I thought I was cramping up. I squatted that day. I hit the sauna that day, and it just was out of nowhere. Kind of came on, and I didn't know what was going on. I had no idea to it, and I was very confused at the time. That's kind of one thing as well. I was really confused about what was actually happening, where I was. I was doing my best not to pass out, and that was quite sobering, actually. Again, I feel very, very lucky, because I feel people that do pass out, it's normally, I was really focused. Like Mandy said, why didn't you call? Yeah, why didn't you call out to me? And I was like, well, I was focused on not passing out at the time. It was a very strange sensation. Anyway, I'm not going to make this kind of in like too emotional kind of spirit. The point of this is to tell you where I've been, why I've been not around, and more importantly, I didn't know the symptoms of a stroke. So, I think if the more people that know that, the better. So here I am, and the mechanism, just I have a PFO, a hole in the heart. Everyone's born with it. Most people's close up the first year. So I mean that's kind of just what happened to me, the way it is. I'm getting that hole patched up at some point here in the near future, and I've been eating very, very healthy. Everything you could do. There's a lot of benefits, weirdly, to this. I could focus on the negatives, but there's been a lot of benefits too, but I have been very tired. But I do enjoy making these videos. The part of my brain that affected, again, I feel like I need to explain, was the cerebellum. So it's balance and coordination. So that's where the damage was done. So cognitively, I've been, again, very fortunate. I feel very, very lucid, very lucky. But, you know, I get dizzy spells and stuff like that. So anyway, here I am. I want to explain that. I also want to help with a bit of awareness. I mean, again, if one person takes this and they themselves have a stroke, or someone they know does, maybe it will be helpful. And if that's the case, it's definitely worth doing. Okay, that's really it. Man United beat Liverpool 3-2. I just got a few points, and then I'll kind of end the video, and then I plan to make videos moving forward for Man United in England. I'm really looking forward to this summer. But Kobbie Mainoo, it's kind of that old adage that people say, the great players make players around them better. You know, if you think of Casemiro, you think of all these players before Mainoo came back in the team, and of course, you know, formation and system-wise, there's a difference there, and Bruno's playing in his best position. But because of the way Mainoo is linking up play, he's so intelligent. Casemiro's then, his attributes are enhanced. Bruno's attributes are enhanced. I actually put this run mostly, most on Kobbie Mainoo is not. He's been outstanding. He has been outstanding during this run. Bruno is lights out. At times he looks skittish over the last 5-6 years. He just looks world class now. He looks unplayable at times. I love Cunha and Mbeumo. What great signings they were. They'll be around for a few years, and they'll be, whether they're starting or whether they're kind of coming on, they'll be absolutely fantastic. Ahmad, he's got obviously bright future. Sesko's a proper centre forward, isn't he? So I think obviously Casemiro we're gonna miss greatly. Seeing him, I'm so happy that he's played well, and he kind of didn't leave having not played well. So because you're seeing, hey, this guy was a world-class central midfielder in his day, and he's putting in performances once a week right now. The benefits, I'm so happy for Harry Maguire. The keeper, although made a mistake in the game against Liverpool, he's outstanding. He's a safe pair of hands. I really think we've got a lot of centre-backs. Whether they will make the grade, but if you think about Martinez, De Ligt, Maguire, Heaven, Euro, I'm a really big fan of Heaven. I think Euro is going to be a great player too. You know, and Shaw played brilliant as well. Things are looking very good. We do need a bit of depth, especially in central midfield. We need to replace Casemiro, obviously. But I think that we're going to be very solid here next year. I think Carrick is bound to be given a shot. And the problem is the pressure right away is going to mount if we don't win immediately. But I think we're going to be okay. I think we actually will. I don't think we'll win the league next season, but I think we'll definitely kind of be challenging. We'll be in a title race at times. I just don't think we'll have enough to kind of get over the line. Not yet. Having said that, if we have another window like we had last time, I do believe in the kind of, I think the structure of the club is vastly improved since anyone else has come in. I know some people don't like certain things Ratcliffe has done or the team has done, and I get that, and some mistakes have been made, of course. But when I think about the signings they made in the last window, if you think about Lemon, Sesko, Mbeumo and Cunha, that's an outstanding window. It really is. And since they've come as well, they've brought in players like Heaven. And honestly, they had to get rid of Amram and giving Mainoo a 5-year contract. I mean, it's all very positive, all very good right now. As we move forward here, I'll get back to my more breaking down either, you know, games or periods of the game or systems of play. I'll try and make this a lot very tactical. I think that's the most I've got to offer. But this video, I wanted to make sure that everyone knew the reason why I hadn't been around, and also BEFAST. So I appreciate you all. Thank you very much. Cheers.